Hey guys, it's Postbox Pat. Welcome back to a new video, and today we're going to be talking about the map changes which have recently been added in today's update. So we've got some crazy secret map changes going on where we're actually going to have to switch to playground halfway in this video, so expect that to happen. But the first map change which I want to talk about is Der Burger. Now this is pretty major for me. And for people who have been following Fortnite for a long time and they love Der Burger, you'll probably start to feel like Der Burger has kind of just been abandoned. As you can see here, we've had a bunch of people kind of just saying farewell and saying their respects to Der Burger. And basically what has happened is Der Burger has been shut. And it's permanently been shut. So we've actually got Der Burger being removed from the game. Now obviously the building is still here and it could get changed into something else, and we'll go into that in a little bit, but generally let's consider exactly what is going on here. So you can see here we've got all the chairs put on the table, which is kind of like they've closed, and then also we've got a few signs up here which kind of just look like they've been abandoned. Like you go inside the back and stuff and it just looks like there's loads of mess on the floor, and to be honest it just doesn't look like, you know, the same as it used to, as I'd like to say, because Der Burger was a pretty good place and a lot of people would go here, but now it's just completely abandoned. And I don't know why exactly they've done this, but obviously there's going to be something that's going to happen in the future. So you can see here we've actually got the things on the door, and it's actually been signed by someone there. I'm not too sure who that is who signed that, but potentially could be something related to the storyline there on that case. And then in the roof, I haven't really checked up the roof yet, but we'll have a little quick glance. Nothing too major going on up here. Just again, it just feels like it's just been chucked around a little bit. Nothing really, just kind of the same. So that's everything in there that we can expect to happen inside of Der Burger. So Der Burger is being closed by the looks of it. All the cars have moved away. There's only one car remaining in the car park now, and usually there'd be a few more. So it's definitely quiet around here. And now we have Tomato Town, or the pizza man himself, Uncle Pete's Pizza Pit, is actually moving into Der Burger. Now we don't know if this is actually going to locate itself on Der Burger, but we can see there are 3 cars either parked up here or possibly most likely parked up, but 3 cars parked up here, probably all getting their pizza from Uncle Pete's Pizza Pit. That's how you say it. So that's what's going on with that. Pretty awesome. I do really like it, and maybe we could be seeing Tomato Town enter into Der Burger, where it currently located is in Greasy Grove. So interesting concept. Maybe Greasy could actually turn into like the new Tomato Town, and maybe Der Burger could move somewhere else. So other than that, we've actually had not many map changes on the actual map regarding the update. I checked the Tilted Towers building and I couldn't actually see anything, so we're gonna have to switch into playground mode to check out the next things, because it's pretty interesting. But here just looks like it's getting bulldozed a little bit. Maybe these walls have been put up. I don't know if these were here in the last version I checked this out. So we've had a few changes here, but nothing major really. I don't think they were there. I'm pretty sure they've just been put up. So obviously the building's going to get rebuilt again. I made that in yesterday's video, talking about how that building is most likely cursed. The cracks on the cube are definitely getting bigger and bigger, so we can expect the cube to definitely explode very, very soon. The event actually has been announced. I think it's Sunday, 1 PM ET, and we've also still got Der Burger on the hill over here. But now we're going to pop into playgrounds, guys, because I want to show you guys some crazy things which are actually going on, which are some secret changes that we did not expect to happen within this update. So we've actually got some weird things going on. Now regarding the storyline, I don't know where this is going to sit, because this is something that potentially could cause something major in the map itself. So if we jump into a playground mode, and I'll show you guys exactly where you need to land for these, there's going to be 2 locations to land for these floating objects. You're going to need to land either the motel, or you're going to want to land at the old superhero base, and we'll also check out the villain base as well in this game. Now the downside to playground is because you can't fly around the map instantly, we're obviously going to have to jump out in the exact spot, go to the location, and then check it out. So we have to wait for it to load up and stuff. And I would skip this in the video, but you know, there's no point in me skipping it if I'm still trying to explain exactly what's going on with the storyline and stuff like that. So that's why I've just decided to kind of just do it all together in this. So the first location we're going to drop is Motel, because that's what we're nearby, and then we're going to head over to the superhero base, which is over by Lonely Lodge. So we'll head over to Motel and show you guys some crazy things that have been added in this update, which you would not expect at all. So if you haven't already been looking around Motel and the hero base, which probably the majority of players don't really land these locations unless the circles end in there, which I don't think I've had the circle end in Lonely Lodge now for at least 4 or 5 months. This side of the map, I've never had the circle end here in like tons of time. So we can expect something potentially maybe some circle ending there soon if things start changing. But for me, obviously it's random. I just never get it over there. So let's pop into Motel and show you guys exactly what's going on down here, because when you see this, guys, you're going to be pretty freaked out, because let's be honest, why on earth would items just be floating in midair? So I didn't expect this to happen, and I never expected Fortnite to add in this, but it has happened, and I'm pretty hyped by it. So let's pop straight in and show you guys exactly what's going on with that. So when you go inside of here, you'll notice it's just all standard for now, nothing really going on, and then you just look at stuff and you get a floating toilet. Now that's pretty weird, and it does make a weird sound as well. Let me just turn on the game volume for you guys so you can hear what sound this is making. Listen to that, guys. I've had the game volume off, but listen to that. It's absolutely crazy. So these things are kind of like being generated into maybe like another portal type thing. So we've got that floating toilet there. We've also got a floating kind of cabinet here, and I'm pretty sure there's a floating bed somewhere in here as well. Is it in one of these? I don't know if the bed's floating actually. I've only landed here once, so I can't 100% remember. Let's just keep checking around what we've got. So we've got 2 floating items there. Nothing around here. Is that toilet floating? No, that one's not floating. And there, the floating bed. There it is. It's crazy. Like, why on earth would Fortnite add that in? Like a floating bed? Like, come on. It's pretty strange in my eyes. But I think that's it for Motel. We're going to have to jump out of Motel really quickly. So I'm just going to grab materials. You can actually destroy these as well, like the floating bed and stuff. You can go and destroy that. It's just a standard bed, but floating. I'll grab a few materials and we'll build up quickly. And then we can just respawn and we'll just glide in really quickly. And then hopefully we can get there in a decent time. So the next location we're going to be popping to is the superhero base. If it would let me deploy my glider, there we go. So the superhero base is actually quite far away, unfortunately, so it's quite a big glide. But one thing I want to discuss why we're gliding over there is how this can be relevant to the storyline. So we've got all these floating islands, and obviously with the cube currently floating in the game, we can expect a few other things to be happening there. Now, the cube itself is pretty interesting because obviously it's cracking, and eventually something big is going to happen from that, from what I know. We'll actually grab an 80k to speed up the process. Oh, that's not an 80k. I thought it was. There's an 80k over here. But, you know, there's a few other changes in Playground as well. We've actually got this up here, which is going to help you guys out do all your challenges and stuff like that. So if you're trying to play some mini games or trying out the challenges and stuff, that has been added in that. I'm not going to go over there and check out that because, to be honest, that's not really a map change for me. You guys may class it as a map change. There's a lot of stuff that's been added in up there in the sky, but you can go up there and do some mini games and stuff. But for me, it's just not what I want from map changes. So, you know, that's what I believe anyway, and that's just my personal opinion on map changes. So let's just go around Tomato Town. Let's not go inside of it, and we'll head to Lonely Lodge. We're almost there, guys, by the superhero base, or it once was a film set, I guess, if you want to relate it to the storyline. But let's go back on track what I was talking about with the floating islands, or the floating little kind of pieces. We can probably expect all these pieces to kind of float together and form something. And that's what I'm predicting to happen anyway. I reckon personally we'll probably get a few items together, and then these items will eventually form some sort of like force field, or kind of build something like a robot, or it'll just kind of piece together a structure. And there are probably other places on the map that I haven't noticed yet, and we'll probably get a few other places being added in over the next few weeks and stuff with these floating islands in. But obviously with the event happening this Sunday at 1 PM Eastern time, it's going to be pretty interesting. I'll definitely make a video on that as well, just announcing the event for everyone. It was actually announced on the Epic Games, not official Twitter, but one of the developers for the game announced it, saying you can't miss being in game on Sunday at 1 PM Eastern time, I think it was. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'll definitely cover that in another video for you guys wondering about that. But as we get closer to the base, you'll notice there's a few weird things when we get inside of it. But to be honest, I reckon it's going to be a huge impact on the Fortnite storyline. This, like, why would they add in random floating things around the map that cause all these kind of just theories and stuff from me at the moment? But for you guys as well, I've seen a lot of posts on Twitter asking me, and people asking me to cover this in the video, and I'm trying my best to crack down on it, but I just don't know why they do this, other than for them to float to each other, or maybe them to kind of like form like a ring where they just keep spinning the items in the sky, or something haunted related to it. Maybe that's what I was thinking, but I think it's got to be something to do with the cube. Maybe it's gonna like fight back or something. So when you go inside here, you can hear the noise, and you'll notice if I go upstairs or through to the next floor, I think it is, I've got to go up a little bit. I've got to go down. I'm not 100% sure where it is in here. It is in here. I've just got to find it. I can't remember where it was. There's like a floating chair. I think it's down below. Here you go. If I go downstairs, you'll notice it there. Like, this chair is really weird. like it's kind of floating, but it's kind of not. So here on mine, it's actually not rendered floating. But see that little like cube there? It's pretty weird. Like look, see that, guys? And it's making the floating sound as well, which is really weird. Like I did not expect that. That little thing there, pretty weird. So I did not expect that. Let's just destroy this so you can hear the sound a little bit better. Hopefully you can hear it. Can you guys hear that? And if I break it, listen. Nothing really going on there. It's kind of just making a weird version of the sound. Anything going on down here? I can still hear a few things around. Let's go and check out this a little bit more. I've not really been here. There's some really freaky sounds in here. I don't like this, guys. This is really scaring me. We've got a floating TV up here, an upside down bed. Some weird stuff going on this map. That chair to me wasn't floating on here, but you could see the little cube underneath it. Really strange. And then up here, the chest, we'll get rid of that just so we don't hear anything. It's crazy. Like the noise it makes is weird. So here's the TV. Let's destroy that. I can still hear some items that are classed as floating. Let's keep looking around. I can still hear the sound. It's like a really high-pitched ringing. Is it coming from upstairs again? I can hear it. I just can't find anything. Unless this bed's classed as it. There's got to be something else floating around here. Maybe inside of here. This wardrobe, look. This wardrobe's actually moving. It's really weird. It's got some sort of like gravitational field on it. Like just look at it, guys. Like why on earth would this wardrobe be moving? Like what on earth is this? Let me just remove my hub and stuff so you can see it a little bit better without any of my things on screen. It's really crazy. Like honestly, guys, leave your theories down below. It's proper freaky. It's like really freaking me out, like these sort of things. Like why on earth would this just be randomly moving like that? Like who expects that? I don't know. But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. It's been a weird one. I know there's not been that many map changes added in. Well, technically there has, because that thing in the sky in Playground is massive for Playground users. But for me, it's just not very big. I guess these small little map changes that are secretly added in that people don't really notice is a big change to the Fortnite storyline. It's definitely going to have some sort of impact on an event. So stay tuned for that, guys, on my channel. If you are new, please do stick around for daily Fortnite content. If you haven't already gone and supported me as a creator, please go and do that and support me as a creator and tweet me at postboxpartner. I'll be giving people shout outs in future videos to come on the channel. At this moment in time, I just haven't had time to make all the shout outs, but they will be coming very soon. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed. These are pretty freaky. Comment down below what you think. And once again, this is Postbox Pat signing out.